Well, hello everybody. This is Sam the History Man, or History Guy. I can't seem to make my mind up if I want to call myself the History Man or the History Guy. Maybe you guys can help me out with that. Or actually, I believe there is a man who already calls himself the History Guy. So I guess that settles that. I'll be Sam the History Man, okay? Forgive me, I'm just starting to get into this thing of making videos. I'm just a guy who has a passion for history and wanted to express it in this way. So here we are. We're getting into the 5th episode of Diary of a Tin Can Sailor. This is going to be the last episode. It may be a little bit longer, but I'm going to fit it all in on this episode because in the last couple of months of the diary, we have several days where he says one or two words or one or two lines, and so we're just going to fit it all in. And because of that, I'm probably not going to list the date every day, so rather than hear me say June or July every 3 or 4 seconds, I'll just say June 5th through the 10th or something like that. Just cover a whole group of days at once. Okay, so you don't have to hear me keep repeating the dates over and over. And let me just say, before I start this episode, I want to send a big thank you out to Mr. Phil Forsberg, who was so gracious to allow me to read this diary. This was his father's diary. His father was Leslie Irving Forsberg, and I want to just say a big thank you to Phil for letting me do this, and I hope that I have done it justice. So anyway, thank you again for that. Now, I'm going to be starting a new series next week on Destroyer Division 96. This is focused on Fletcher class destroyers, and we're going to be doing the series on Destroyer Division 96. Of course, Division 96 consisted of the Bullard, the Black, the Kid, and of course the ship that we've been talking about for about the last 4 episodes, the Chauncey. And so I hope you enjoy that. Eventually, I want to try to get around to as many Fletcher-class destroyers as I possibly can. And so, again, I'm just a history guy who loves reading about this stuff and just decided to start putting these videos together. But anyway, I'm not going to mess around anymore. Let's get back into it. Diary of a Tin Can Sailor, Episode 5, The Diary of Leslie Irving Forsberg. Hope you enjoy it. June 14th, 15th, and 16th went out for firing practice each day. June 17th through the 21st. On the 17th, we were in port and had movies on the fantail. Firing practice and maneuvers. 3 cans, 1 carrier. The carrier practiced landing planes. New pilots, I guess. On the 22nd, we were in port, had movies on the fantail. We also received ammunition tonight. The 23rd through the 30th, we were in port each day, ready for sea. The ship looks pretty good. July 1st, 1945. Left Leyte this morning with 5 carriers, 4 battle wagons, 4 cruisers, and about 20 cans. Heading northeast all day. We are going to Japan, Honshu Island, on which Tokyo is. Then, I don't know what. We are ready for cold weather, maybe the Kuriles. This should be another tough time. Hope everything goes well. Firing practice today and tonight. We did okay. July 2nd. Firing practice morning and in the afternoon. Task force is split up into groups. Each group is holding its own exercises. July 3rd. Firing practice this afternoon. Maneuvers by our destroyer squadron at sundown. Task Force united into one group again. We fueled from a battle wagon this morning. July 4th, firing again today. Learned that we are going to Hokkaido, north of Honshu, to bombard ferry installations that handle 16% of Japanese traffic to Honshu, including train cars. July 5th through the 10th, still going north, issued cold weather clothing to those that didn't have any. I have one fur jacket, one cloth jacket, and a pair of heavy padded pants. I also have a K-Pox life jacket. Still en route. The next day, fueled from tankers, headed for Tokyo. July 10th, off for Tokyo. Our planes bombarded and strafed them. Japs refused to come out or up and fight. We lost 7 planes due to anti-aircraft fire. 4 plane crews were picked up in Tokyo Bay by seaplanes from our carriers. We have hopes for 2 more crews. July 11th. Went out and all cans fueled from wagons. Passed many floating mines all day and night. Many Jap subs in this area. Chased several contacts, the force did. July 12th. We are pretty far north. It is quite cold. Fueled from our tankers. They met us this morning. July 13th. Rough, cold, and foggy. Fueled from the carrier. I'm 21 years old today. July 14th through the 18th. Bombarded steel mills in Takashi on northern Honshu. The wagons did. Us and other destroyers sank 3 small tankers. Cruising around. Airstrikes at Tokyo and other bombardments by other groups. A British task force is near us. We went south, fueled, provisioned, and got mail and ammunition and headed north again on the 18th. Traveled to Japan, sent carrier plane strikes at it, and headed south again. On the 26th, we fueled, provisioned, and headed north to Japan again at slow speed with tankers with us. 27th, we topped off this morning, took an admiral to another task group. I saw Admiral Halsey today. He is top commander of 3rd Fleet and British units working with us. 28th, we went to bombard the beach, but typhoon is heading our way, so we went south to miss it. July 29th through August the 8th. We fueled from a wagon and went in to shell the beach at night. 3 U.S. battleships, 4 cruisers, heavy cruisers, and about 12 cans. 1 limey wagon and 3 limey cans. On the 30th, going south, the 31st, fueled from tankers. Strikes postponed on August 1st and 2nd. Had firing practice. The 3rd and 4th of August, heading north. Strike day is tomorrow. Weather will not allow airstrikes, just hanging around Japan, waiting. August 9th. Airstrike at Kamashi. We also bombarded the steelworks and bridges there again. Russia declared war on the Japs. Atomic bomb destroyed 2 Jap cities. 1 bomb each place. They air attacked us again. August 10th. Here the Japs want to surrender, but want their emperor too. August 11th. Things coming to a head fast. We have not accepted their terms yet. I think we will accept only unconditional surrender. Should know later on tonight. Fuel today. Airstrike scheduled for tomorrow. Wonder if we will go ahead and do it. In any event, Japan won't last much longer. That is good. I am sure sick and tired of this life. Perhaps in 6 or 8 months, I can get out. August 12th. No news on Jap surrender offer. 13th. Still no news. Fuel tomorrow. Shot down 18 Jap planes near our force. War goes on. 14th. Fuel today. Intercepted Jap program saying that they accept the Allies' surrender terms. No official word from Washington yet. Maybe by tomorrow. We are ready to go into Tokyo Bay and are staying in these waters, waiting for the word to go there and accept the surrender. August 15th. A. Japan surrendered. B. We went to general quarters. Carrier planes shot down 18 Jap planes. P.S. The war's over. C. Still off Tokyo. A couple of 100 miles. Flew our battle insignia. No excitement here, but we are pretty happy. August 16th. Waiting for orders to sail to Tokyo Bay and occupy it. Point system for discharge came out today. I have 26 points out of the 44 needed by this plan. I will have to stay in for 3 more years. I am not worried. It's only a temporary plan, but I will be in for 6 months to a year longer. 17th. Still waiting. Japs stalling on signing the peace deal. Picket duty. Still waiting for orders. August 19th, same stuff. August 25th, the Black and us are northernmost bird dogs. Cans in pairs are lined up from Japan to Okinawa or someplace south to guard our transport planes taking invasion troops to Japan. We hit a typhoon today. Came close to losing both ships. The waves were monstrous and the wind was terrific. I was on bridge and looking out of the pilot house dead ahead. I had to look up to see the waves coming at us. We were pounded so that we thought the ship would break in two. August 26. Our metal siding on the starboard side is wrecked, and part of it is gone. One 20mm gun was bent out of shape. One shield on a 40mm is leveled with the deck. Number one 5-inch has about 3/8 armor plate. It was pushed in and broken. The forward part of our superstructure is all stoved in. 2 large wooden life rafts washed away. Most all metal boxes that were welded to the deck are gone. Most everything topside is gone. The welded stuff too. 2 of our depth charges are gone. We are pretty well banged up, but okay. We can go all right. Our guns are fouled up though. Our doc went over to the Black in a bag line to take out a kid's appendix. August 27th. The kid on the Black is okay. Our doc did a good job. It was pretty rough weather too. 28th. Return to our task group. We're ordered to leave for Okinawa. Due there tomorrow about noon. The Bullard DD660 joined us today with one other can and a CV. Past some limeys going the opposite direction. Carroll is on Okinawa. I sure want to see him. Maybe I can get permission. I don't know. Supposed to join, or at least report to the 7th Fleet Commander. Probably convoy duty to China, Japan, and etc. We'll see. August 30th and 31st. In port, could not go to the beach. We are going right out again. No rest for the weary. September 1st, 1945. Left port, going over by China and patrol. 2 CVs, 1 CVL, and 5 cans. The second, shallow water here, 15 to 20 fathoms, nice weather. Past 3 Chinese junks this evening. September 3rd through the 10th. Off to China, Manchuria, and Korea. Landings on Korea, very dull. Lots of ship's work to be done. Well, there you have it, folks. That's going to do it for this, the 5th and final episode of Diary of a Tin Can Sailor. Of course, the diary ends on September the 10th. Now, from that point on, they would have stayed around China, Tsingtao, and you may see some of the pictures up that he took while in that area. They would have stayed in that part of the world until about December of 45, and then they would have made their way back to San Diego, and there is where the ship was decommissioned, and they worked on getting the ship prepared for decommissioning. And I believe Mr. Forsberg was finally discharged in either February or March of 46. I'm not clear on that. My uncle, who I have mentioned, is also on the ship, Seaman First Class Richard Allen Kidd. He was there until they finished with the decommissioning, and he was discharged in April of 1946. Anyhow, I hope that you have enjoyed this series as much as I have enjoyed doing it for you. Again, a big thank you to Mr. Philip Forsberg for allowing me to read this diary that his father put together. Well, next week, we're going to be starting a series on Destroyer Division 96, and we'll be starting with the USS Bullard. I hope that you will tune in for that. Take care.